Good morning, all. Sarge here with another thought provoking video since my space on a lot of the social media sites has either been curtailed or socially excessively limited on what I can put out. So now I have to do these videos in order to get my words heard. And you all can see my ugly mug. Yeah, I know, I ain't handsome. An old ugly fat man. But now, this is in response to Mr. Tucker Carlson's guest he had on the other night. Going, the coronavirus is man-made. Bullcrap. Every year, according to the researchers, they discover 40,000. Let me say that word again. 40,000 new viruses and bacteria that had never been discovered a year around the world. So guess what that means? Yes, we're not going to have immunity to a lot of them. That happens. So now, a lot of these coming out of China. Well, let's see here. They live like vermin in a colony, all on top, stacked on top of each other. And why not? So, could the virus have been manipulated? That remains to be seen. I haven't seen any research, and I would like to hear somebody from the military biological chemical warfare units say something. Number two, anybody who knows NBC, nuclear biological chemical warfare, will tell you you do not create a biological agent to go after a certain segment of society that's hit every year with the annual flu virus that comes out, or the MERS, or the SARS, something that has a 99% chance or greater of recovery. Your chances of getting infected with it is 1 in 19.1 million. Look at all the hype and hysteria that's being put into this to push an agenda of greed, power, and control. Gee, are we seeing a picture here? And what group wants to do this? Well, I should say groups. Those who crave power, wealth, and control. Okay, look at the lifelong bureaucrats who think you ought to live the way they tell you. Certain political parties, and I'm not naming particular parties or names of parties, but because we all know what's going on. You can see it. We're not stupid. Even though those in government and in the Alphabet News Network media seem to think we are. Okay. If you're going to create a biological warfare agent, you create one to kill. Let me say, to kill everyone that comes in contact. Not to make them sick, you go to kill with the least amount of muss and fuss so your forces can move in and take over. Not make people sick or not to do whatever else. This was this was a terribly run, ham-fisted operation to steal tax dollars, which could have been used for infrastructure repair, your roads, your phone lines, and whatever else, rail lines, whatever else. But no, all the eggheads have to get extra funding for something that should not have been worried about. So now we have to deal with this. And now certain political parties and members of government are sitting on their hands going, well, we're not going to do anything to help you because it might give someone else an advantage. You're all full of a bunch of bovine fecal matter and it's on fire. You all should be fired. Plain and simple. You've been around in government long enough. If you've been in government longer than 10 years, you need to go away. Go enjoy your retirement. Go back into private industry. Get your ass out of government. Then there's just so much buzzing around in my head and stuff, like like a swarm of angry hornets, angry bees, whatever else you want to use. But this is all about wealth control and population control. Who can gin up the most hype and hysteria and steal your tax dollars away from where it should be? School districts. You closed, your teachers were paid, your staffs were paid, but for what? Students weren't being educated, the facilities were not being used, but yet, well, we need to be paid. Well, so guess what? So did a lot of other folks. Shouldn't have been closed in the first place. And if you require a mask, I'm going to tell you where you can set your mask and make sure it's on fire when you shove it. You don't need a mask. If you're sick, you stay home. Wash your frickin' hands. Cover your mouth when you cough and sneeze. Well, gee, give me a grant for $1 billion because I just cured the damn disease. Use your God-given common sense. Vote every long-term legislator out of office and start standing up for yourselves. And if you're going to riot, be prepared to get a body bag. Obviously, because the law enforcement are getting their hands tied. Well, you come on where I live at, I'm going to deal with you one way. And I'll go rent a backhoe or an excavator and stuff to dig the mass grave. Because I'm not playing around, and neither are a lot of other Americans, and we're sick and tired of the bullcrap. You mayors, you governors, do your frickin' job, or the vigilance committees are going to come back, and we're going to do your job for you. This is not a threat, this is a guarantee. And then you'll be able to find all the little Hoosiers out causing all the problem stuff laying in the streets. Bullcrap's got to end. And I guarantee this virus bullcrap is going to go away the day after the election because it can't be used as a measure of power and control. They'll find something else to use to steal. I'm the old Sarge. I'm right here. I'm not going away. Got it? Semper Fi. Carry on.